Kua. My colleague from the Standard, senior reporter Roslyn Obalo, will be joining us a little later here on the broadcast. Gentlemen, many thanks for joining me this morning. Let's get into it. Let me begin with you, Kipchumba. What is your take on the barbs being traded between Deputy President William Ruto and the ODM leader Raila Odinga over who, between the two of them, is part of the so-called deep state?
Thank you, Ben. I think it is my take that deep state really doesn't exist as an concrete idea. It is just an imagination. It is just something that people have created over time to fearmonger and to sell fear to others. And I think once in a while it is a misused concept in the political vocabulary of this country. And when you say who between the two, or where do they lie when they say deep state or what, I think deep state in itself is not a connotation of who is in government or who is not. It is just a boogeyman thing that is sold so that when people do something, it is an escapist idea, if we may say.
All right. Daktari Alitalala Muhwana, what are your thoughts on this debate about the system and the deep state?
Thank you very much, Ben, for having me for the first time. As always, it's my pleasure to interact with you on these important issues affecting our nation. You've asked me my thoughts about the deep state. I wish you had asked me to talk more about the topic, but I guess we are coming to that. The deep state, as a way of definition in political science parlance, refers to a group of informal persons who are normally around this head of state and have access and unfettered control of the power around the head of state. Put in another way, a deep state refers to those in government, yet they are not in government. In other words, the president has men and women around him who are not publicly demonstrated as being close to the president, yet they are the men and women who pull the strings around the president. Now, many times, and if we contextualize this word deep state in this country, it simply means a president who is in government and the people around him. So that when we talk about the deep state being feared to ensure that, for instance, Arap Ruto does not get to power, we are simply saying that the government and its people around the head of state will interfere with the electoral process and ensure, for instance, that servers will not operate